Want to bring in Charlie Hurt. Charlie, good morning to you. Maybe the House blows this whole thing up. We'll see. But just take the totality of the past week, right? Big, beautiful bill. The Everglades moment yesterday. The Dow's on fire. You got that CBS settlement that we'll get to in a moment here. UPenn reached an agreement on transgender sports. And egg prices are down. I could go on, but it just seems like they're, notch after notch after notch at the moment for this president. Yeah, it's been a really extraordinary 6 months. I thought that the last week and a half was probably the greatest week of any presidency that I've ever seen in terms of racking up those wins. But then yesterday was just kind of mind-blowing, and the idea that he was able to that they were able to get this bill through. Obviously no bill is perfect. These bills are horrifying when you sort of take them apart. But when your entire agenda is wrapped up in it, and you don't have a choice, you have to get it through. And I think Republicans, realized that now is not the time to start recognizing how broken Washington is and how bad some of these bills get. But it got through all of Trump's signature promises, whether it's no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. It avoided a massive tax hike. And then, as you just pointed out, just randomly out of nowhere, out comes this UPenn thing, which I would say is, in terms of, sort of where the heart and soul of conservatism is, that may have been the biggest thing that happened yesterday as Trump is returning from Alligator Alcatraz. So, I think so. It was an extraordinary day yesterday, and that is what makes me think that actually he's got a pretty good hand with the House. He's got trouble in the House, but he's probably got the strongest hand possible with the House. Though there was something else that happened yesterday that we haven't mentioned yet, and that is that CBS News agreed to pay a settlement to President Trump after this. This is from Paramount Global, right? Then they have a merger that they want to get through in front of the federal government. Might have led to this settlement. It says that the company has agreed that in the future, 60 Minutes will release transcripts of interviews with eligible U.S. presidential candidates after such interviews have aired, subject to redactions as required for legal or national security concerns, because this had to deal with Kamala Harris's interview with 60 Minutes, and if they edited it, okay? So here's what aired.
Well, let's start with October 7. 1,200 people were massacred. 250 hostages were taken, including Americans. Women were brutally raped. And as I said then, I maintain Israel has a right to defend itself. We would. And how it does so matters. Far too many innocent Palestinians have been killed. This war has to end.
And Trump and his team said, 60 Minutes by editing put his thumb on the scale right before the election.
Yeah, and the fact that the only reason any of this happened, much like with the University of Pennsylvania decision, the only reason any of this happened is because President Trump was willing to go and pick a fight that few Republicans ever want to get into. And he has fought with the media every step of the way. He's not afraid of it. And this was the result of it. And I love the fact that the new rule with CBS, where they release the full unedited transcripts, is called within the building the Trump rule. And that will live on long after Trump is gone. And just a reminder of, the guy is unafraid to take on any entity that is in his way, and it winds up paying off. And it turns out that you actually can go up against the system and actually put up some wins like this.
Well, initially at 16 million, it could go much higher. It could go as high as 30 million. It's a stunner. Charlie, nice to see you. Thanks for coming on today.
Great to see you guys.
Okay, you too. Charlie Hurt.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.